Welcome, friends and lovely people all around the world. I'm grateful for everyone who joins my podcast. So thank you. I have a big goal this year to take this podcast out into the world to people that don't even know what a podcast is. And I know there are a lot of people. And I hope that you can help me with this. If you like this podcast, if you like what you hear, then please share it with your friends. So often we listen randomly to stuff that has no value, that doesn't add anything to our life. So why not listen to something with intention and that can provide us with helpful tips and advice? Easy answer, right? So let's do it. Let's make this podcast big. You see, I could sit here and complain that I don't have many listeners, which I don't. But I realized I need to do something. I need to put in effort and sweat, not just in planning, writing, and recording my episodes, which I do almost every day. But I also need to promote them. And how to do this? Well, that's a tougher challenge. But it wouldn't be a good goal if it wasn't tough, right? Goals, good goals, challenge us. They force us to get up from our comfortable chair or couch and make us move. Listen to this quote. We spend far too much time complaining about the way things are and forget that we have the power to change anything and everything. Bosoma St. John is the person who said this. And I actually heard her speak on another podcast, and this quote specifically is out of Tribe of Mentors by Tim Ferriss. I love this quote, and I want to make it the topic of today's episode. Don't complain. Don't whine, and don't be frustrated. And this is addressed to me as well, because I do get frustrated sometimes. Yes, we will have those moments in life where we are discouraged. And as you know, I have them. I sit in my car, often stuck in traffic, and I wonder at times, what's the point of all this? And easily I can get on the downward spiral and get negative. But that's the lazy way out. And we are lazy more often than we think. When it comes to the things that matter to us, we cannot afford to be lazy. So I want to encourage you today, and this early in the new year, when you find yourself complaining, remind yourself that you are taking the lazy way out. It's very easy to say what you're against. It's easy to whine and let loose that negative train of thoughts. But it's much harder to say what you're for. It's harder to appreciate, be thankful, and spell out the things you actually stand for. What do you normally do? Do you tear down, attack? Do you criticize? And do you complain about other people and their work and their efforts? Or do you build up, encourage, and motivate others to help them improve their work? Too often, we just complain, and we underestimate the power of positive encouragement. We don't encourage enough the good things that we see, and there are many. And to bring more good into this world, let's show more love to what is already there. Let's applaud and congratulate and show our appreciation more for the things that are good. The blog you read regularly because you value its content. The podcasts you subscribe and listen to because they help you be a better person, such as Quest for You. The people that help you out at work and at home. The barista who makes your coffee every morning. The cleaner who cleans your office building. Let's applaud the amazing things and the wonderful people we see every day. This includes yourself. Applaud yourself for good work done, because this will lead you to do more good things within yourself and with others. The piece of trash you picked up, the encouraging words to the stranger, the helping hand to an older person in the gym. Nobody notices when people need help. But trust me, as soon as you step up and help, people do notice that. And it's contagious. They didn't think they could do it. They're shy and they're intimidated and they're too worried. But by you doing it, it will enable them to overcome their fear next time. So by doing more good in the world, we will discourage others who don't have good intentions. The internet is a messy playground. Everyone can find something to complain about on the internet. Just read the comments below the videos and blog posts sometimes. It's all about thumbs up or down on the internet. How much time do you spend there, complaining about the work of others? How often do you find yourself chatting with your coworkers about things you don't like about work or the people you work with? Do you complain to your partner about all the things he or she didn't do or should do? Please know, spelling things out that are wrong is good. Making noise about injustice, wrong treatment, unfairness, it's a good thing. But the question that needs to follow the noise is this: what's next? What are you doing to change it? A personal attack or a snarky comment on the internet is most likely only discouraging to the producer of the content. How could you reframe your message to help the author improve on his work if you're really so passionate about it that you need to say something in the first place? What is it that bothers you at work? We all have things we don't like about our workplaces. It's quite normal. A bunch of people put together into a small space for many hours every day. People that don't really have much in common necessarily. So you should not complain about it. You should ask, how can I make this better? How can you contribute to making the workplace more enjoyable? Remember our quote, you have the power to change everything. And sometimes your change helps others as well. So think of that. We are all responsible when it comes to changes we want to see. The Berlin Wall would still stand had it not been for the people uniting themselves to speak out about a change they wanted to see. It's not always about just our immediate needs. We complain so we can get things off our chest, and then we move on. But what about those around you? The others that read your comments, including the author. How will it make them feel? And what example are you setting with your comments? How are you contributing to positive change? I love the following quote by the Dalai Lama. Within each of us exists the potential to contribute positively to society. Although one individual among so many on this planet may seem too insignificant, it is our personal efforts that will determine the direction our society is heading. And lastly, know that you will never be able to control everyone's response or get a grip on all external circumstances, no matter what you do, no matter how grave the injustice is. But you can always work on yourself, and you can cultivate the capability to become more emotionally resilient. Maybe change your perspective and the way you approach things. Or simply, as Maya Angelou put it, what you're supposed to do when you don't like a thing is change it. If you can't change it, change the way you think about it. Don't complain. Much love today. Have an amazing day. And I'll talk to you next time.